Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Jean-Paul Amante, and this is Natural Thyroid Support. So in this video, we're going to be covering the key nutrients and different foods, herbs, and activities you can do to boost your thyroid. So your thyroid gland is located in the front, and not only does it have the thyroid lobes, but also the parathyroid. It's associated with the hormones of T3 and T4, and the main role of the thyroid gland is to boost the metabolism by regulating the oxygen consumption at your cellular level. It not only communicates up to the pituitary and from there up to the hypothalamus, but it's one of the key master glands that controls everything downstream from your cells, your tissues, and your organs. So for the thyroid gland, the essential nutrients are iodine, selenium, zinc, iron, and vitamin D. Now for iodine, it's the required element for T3 and T4 hormones. And you can consume things like seaweed, fish, dairy products, and of course, salt is iodized to make sure they put iodine back in it. Now, I personally and recommend to use iodine supplements, especially if it's made good source. So like iodine and potassium or potassium iodide. So Bar Products makes a great one. You can follow the link below to find a good source of iodine. And there's other sources certainly out there. Now, you don't need a prescription for this, but please consult a healthcare practitioner or using the advice, and especially if you're on thyroid medications, you want to make sure there's no interaction. And so if you do iodine supplement, you want to do it first thing in the morning, right when you wake up. So leave a glass of water by the bedside table. And the first day, I just put 1 drop in the water and drink it, usually about 20 minutes before you have meal, breakfast, or even coffee. Now on day 2, you put 2 drops, day 3, 3 drops, day 4, 4, and on the 5th morning, you can do up to 5 drops. Now, you want to make sure you listen to your body and leave off if you notice like rapid heart rate, if your mind is really racing, because when I was doing this on my own, when I got to about 5 drops, I really felt the energetic and metabolic boost. And so using iodine supplements, I recommend to do 5 days on, then about 2 days off, and then another 5-day cycle, and listen to your body and see how you respond. You can also find iodine in different tablets and forms, and some that you can just simply put under the tongue and dissolve naturally that way. And you can also find natural forms of iodine extract, for example, from seaweed. Now, for selenium, you can usually find this, again, supplemented through fish, dairy, but you can also find nuts. For example, Brazil nuts are a great source of selenium that's required for the thyroid gland to function. And the same thing with zinc and iron are both necessary for proper thyroid functioning, and you can find these in different nuts, seeds, and good food sources. And now research shows that vitamin D and just getting the amount of sunlight and low vitamin D levels are often associated with low functioning thyroid conditions. Next, for herbs that naturally support the thyroid and help to regulate it, one is ashwagandha. It's great to help the body to relax and also to help coordinate the functioning of the glands. Ashwagandha is known as an aptogenic herb, which means it's going to help bring things down if they're too high and also help bring things up if they're too low. There's also rhodiola and holy basil, both herbs that have good clinical research in helping to support the thyroid gland for proper functioning. Now, in order to have a healthy thyroid gland, you want to keep an anti-inflammatory diet, as it's now shown that chronic inflammatory conditions are often associated with underlying thyroid issues. Different types of autoimmune conditions that have also been associated with chronic inflammation can oftentimes create this underlying inflammation that disrupts the natural functioning of our thyroid gland. We've now also discovered that probiotics and keeping good gut health is essential for not only absorbing all those key nutrients that the thyroid gland needs in order to function properly, but oftentimes keeping a good healthy gut microbiome is going to allow the rest of the organs to function naturally. And now we've discovered that there's this communication between the bacteria and all the gut microflora, along with the other glands of the body, not only the endocrine glands, but also things like the heart and things like proper brain functioning. So, to have good, healthy gut flora, you can certainly take probiotics, or you can also do things like kombucha, kefir, or supplemented things such as like sauerkraut or different types of fermented foods like kimchi. But you want to make sure every day you're getting some source of good, healthy gut flora. That over time, this will also help support a good, healthy thyroid gland. Now, the key activities for good, healthy thyroid boosts, number one is going to be regular exercise. You also want to make sure that you're good about stress management and also getting good, adequate amounts of sleep. So, first and foremost, regular exercise is how we naturally boost our metabolism. And even sometimes when we feel sluggish, kind of low energy, we don't feel like exercising, that's probably the best time to just get out and go for a walk or do any types of movements or exercises that you enjoy doing at home. And oftentimes, even just after a few minutes, just moving the body will stimulate the thyroid gland and help stimulate your metabolism. So if you're looking for a good way to lose weight naturally, you got to get your metabolic engine up and running. And so the energy based diet or the energy based weight loss plan is simply looking at your body like a car, right? And so the more you use your car and the more demands you put on it metabolically, the more fuel it can burn and the more efficient it becomes at burning that fuel. And so regular exercise, for example, 20 to 45 minutes a day, especially anything that gets your heart rate up, maybe stimulates a little bit of sweating on a regular basis, and especially doing things that you enjoy doing consistently are all associated with not only good, healthy thyroid glands, but can also boost your metabolism. Now, doing things such as yoga, Tai Chi, and meditation are key to helping us regulate stress. We've definitely found that there's an association between high stress lifestyle and also thyroid dysfunction. And so, noticing those things and creating opportunities and activities for you to relax and create a more healthy, peaceful environment will certainly help support your thyroid gland. And the last ingredient is getting good sleep. So, on average, most people need 6 to 8 hours in total darkness of good sleep. Now, this not only allows the body to recuperate, recover, and to heal itself, as most of your growth and repair hormones are going to be secreted when you're in deep REM sleep. We've also found that it helps to regulate the metabolic engine. So, as much as we want to move on a regular basis, we also want to make sure we take time to relax and to allow the system to re-coordinate. So, for a good, healthy boost to your thyroid gland and to look at the natural ways to do so, remember to get good amounts of sleep, regular exercise, along with managing your stress. You can use herbs such as ashwagandha, rhodiola, and holy basil, along with key nutrients in your diet, such as iodine, which you can supplement with or have good food sources, and also selenium, zinc, iron, and vitamin D with a good, healthy gut microbiome. And these are going to help support your thyroid gland naturally. So thank you so much for joining me. Please check out my other videos. You can follow me at my website at hhcare.org. That's hhcare.org. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube under Holistic Health Care at Dr. Jean-Paul Amante, DC, and Holistic Natural Care. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.